Kia ora and welcome to Performance Arcade's Counter Narratives. Today we're talking to Joff and Suzanne, so let's give them a call and see what's going on. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Malo.
Hello, Suzanne. And is Joff there too, or is he going walkabout?
He's here. Do you want to come and sit here, Joff?
Show yourself, man.
Do you want him in it as well?
Oh, kia ora, bro.
Kia ora.
Hey guys. Whereabouts are you guys?
Strathmore Park.
Strathmore Park, South Wellington.
Yeah.
And tell us about what you're going to be doing in Performance Arcade.
Do you want to talk about it? Just tell me what you're doing.
No, I just answered the difficult question.
Oh. So we're going to be showing some augmented reality taonga. We've been working alongside Te Papa with the Māori Collections team and been doing photogrammetry and capture of some of the Māori taonga they have there, and we're going to be blowing it up and showing it at Performance Arcade.
Cool. And in what way will you be showing it? How's you going to augment Performance Arcade with your taonga?
Well, Joff and the Lost Boys are busy developing some apps which you download onto your phone, or you can put it on your laptop and walk around and find the triggers, point your camera at the trigger or the decal, and your taonga will appear on your screen.
Yeah, wow. And has anything like this been done before with Performance Arcade or in Te Papa?
Not with Performance Arcade and Te Papa, but we did a big exhibition during Matariki at the Toi Ponaki Gallery, and it was called Pukana Whakaronga, Pukana Whakararo, which means gaze wildly above, gaze wildly below. And the idea was that you download the app, walk around the gallery, and there was various triggers around the gallery, and there'd be a taonga, an augmented taonga that would respond to an actual physical work from one of the 12 artists that I had exhibiting there. And what happened was that got seen by Ruben Friend, who's the
Pātaka instigator extraordinaire.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
That's on his business card now. I'm trademarking that.
Yeah, that's right. And he was there and he saw it and he loved it and he got it and he knew that it was future forward and that we were actually leading something here. And so he asked if we could do something similar in Canada. So I'm going to Canada in November for a future Indigenous conference, and I think there's about 8 Māori artists that are all going over there doing AR and VR.
And just picking up on being Indigenous artists, is it important for something like the Performance Arcade, not just in having Indigenous artists involved, but in the kind of work that you guys are putting forward of revealing a sort of narrative using modern technology coming in? Does that become important in the way that the work's displayed?
That's her job. That's why we hang out with her, because it's easy for us. We do the technology side of it. When it comes to the integrity of being Indigenous, of the art, of everything about it, and being involved in the stuff that Performance Arcade is about, that's her job.
Well, and you know, James, that my work is actually quite political. It does talk about culture, how it's changing, how it's evolving. So having the opportunity to work with AR is great because you at a whole other level, and it also shows that we are leading the way. We're not playing catch up. People have to catch up with us. And it's been a really amazing opportunity to take the taonga out of the museum, put it into spaces you'd never ever see it, because it's so difficult to get taonga out of museums, and then to be able to see it right next to the museum where the Performance Arcade is going to be is actually a real coup. So you've got this lovely trail of the taonga coming out to be with the people. And because it's Māori and it's cultural, it has huge relevance for us as a people, and also for the area that it's going to inhabit on Ponaki waterfront.
And is taonga, especially for people watching who are not necessarily familiar with Māori culture, is it meant to be necessarily in a museum? Like, it's there to be seen by people But is it something that's more organic and living in a live space more traditionally?
I guess in a way that the role of the museum is the kaitiaki. They look after the taonga. They don't necessarily own it, but you have to house it somewhere, and you have to house it with people that you trust, that you know will look after it and give it the respect that it deserves. And a lot of the time the taonga that the museum receives, it's gifted to them from whānau and iwi as well, because they don't necessarily have the space or the capacity to look after it, and that's why they have that great position. But I do need to add that the carvings and the taonga that we're showing are all replicas, so they're fakes. So it's really interesting because you're getting two levels of fake. It's not real on so many levels.
We've been exploring that with Te Papa as well. The whole process with Purawai Kahns and Shane James. That we've been exploring the idea of capture and how we have to treat the taonga as they're not just digital assets. They still have a presence, even though they're a capture of it, you know. And so it's gone beyond copyright and all that sort of stuff. It's more about mana whenua, all of that stuff. That's her job.
But there's and there's lovely integrity with the work because the capture is so high quality, really good definition. It's almost like they are there. There's just the boys have done a fantastic job of it, so they've done a really nice representation. And her name is Purawai Cairns, by the way, not Purawai Kahns. Just saying. Sorry about that, Purawai.
That's her job.
Hey, thanks a lot, you guys. Look forward to seeing your work in Performance Arcade 2018. And thank you, Joff. Thank you, Suzanne.
Thanks, James.
Kia ora. See you guys soon.
Ka kite.
Ka kite. That was Suzanne and Joff talking about their piece of showing a traditional taonga in a non-traditional way. We'll see you next time in Counter Narratives.